The next thing is going to be public sector accounting and finance. As I mentioned in the introduction, public sector now is focusing on financial reporting. So all of those topics about procurement, public-private partnership arrangement, and all of those other topics in public sector have now been moved and spread across the entire syllabus, right from level 1 to the level 3. So now public sector accounting and finance will focus primarily just like financial reporting. And that is why it is always advisable to write financial reporting and public sector accounting together, especially because of the way the syllabus now is. So we are going to be having the overview of the public financial management cycle in Ghana. We are going to be having the regulatory and conceptual framework of public sector accounting in Ghana. Most importantly, it's going to be the IPSAS. Just like in financial reporting and corporate reporting, we are going to be dealing with the International Financial Reporting Standards. In public sector, we are going to be dealing with the International Public Sector Accounting Standards. So you're going to be having dedicated questions in the exam or on the IPSAS. Name it: IPSAS 17, Property, Plant and Equipment, IPSAS 19, IPSAS 9. All of the IPSAS, the examiner will be bringing specific questions on them, so you have to build your base and be solid on the IPSAS. Now, the beauty of it is that's why when you're doing the financial reporting and the public sector accounting together, you will be able to understand the two very well. And so we're going to just pick the accounting standards. IPSAS 17, for instance, property, plant and equipment, is the same as IAS 16, property, plant and equipment, with some level of contextualization for the public sector, because the asset base of public sector organizations will be different from the asset base for private sector organization. Also, the way we deal with revaluation of assets, impairment of assets and all of those things could be a little bit different based on the type of financial statement we prepare in the public sector. So IPSAS is going to be playing a key role here, and it is important you understand the IPSAS to position yourself to ultimately pass the examination. Then preparation of financial statements. If you're somebody who is familiar with the current syllabus, preparation of financial statement is ordinary, but again here the IPSAS are going to be playing a key role here. Yes, the IPSAS are currently already playing key roles, but you're going to be seeing the preparation of the financial statement here. How do we prepare the statement of the revenue and expenditure, the statement of cash flow, the statement of the financial position in the public sector? How do we deal with all the footnotes when it comes to public sector accounting and finance? All of these will be playing a key role, and it is important you know about them. And remember, when it comes to the public sector financial statement preparation, it can be on the central government, the consolidated financial statement perspective. It can be coming from a covered entity. A covered entity is simply an entity whose activity is financed either in part or in whole from the consolidated fund. So we are going to be seeing that coming in, or other organizations. It could be a public school, a public hospital, a public institution, whatever it is, the examiner can come from any angle. Then evaluation of financial statements. This is already in the syllabus that we have, but evaluation of financial statement is going to be very crucial here. Now it's 20%. We have to calculate a lot of ratios like debt to GDP ratio, capital expenditure to total expenditure ratio, wages to tax revenue ratios, and all manner of ratios. So we're going to be calculating ratios. Common size analysis is there. Budget variance analysis is there. All of these are evaluation of the financial position, financial performance, and the prospect of public sector entities. And then certainly governance in the public sector is also something that you need to really know about. And so that is public sector accounting and finance. So public-private partnership, public procurement, PFA, all of those things have been taken out. So public sector accounting and finance is now financial reporting. We want to really see how we really deal with the financial statement, analysis of the financial statement, and all of those things. So it means that the approach to pass the public sector now, it's different, all right? The approach is going to be different because unlike previously where we're going to be dealing with public procurement, public sector budgeting, and all of those things, now it's like financial reporting. And so what are you going to do? What you must do is to ensure that you have a solid understanding of the IPSAS. Because like I said in the financial reporting, we are going to have a dedicated question on the IPSAS. And so once you understand the IPSAS, it means that you'll be able to then answer those dedicated questions on the IPSAS in the exam hall, as well as be able to prepare the financial statement, because the preparation of the financial statement will be based on the IPSAS. When we are preparing a financial statement for any public sector entity, we are going to be applying IPSAS 17. We will have to apply IPSAS 9. We will have to apply IPSAS 23, that is revenue from exchange transaction, revenue from non-exchange transaction. We would have to apply IPSAS 4. We would have to apply other IPSAS. So understanding the IPSAS will really help you here when it comes to passing the public sector examination from November 2024. But also, in addition to that, is the idea about evaluation of financial statements. It's going to be a key highlight here. So as you are strong in the IPSAS to help you to prepare financial statements and answer the dedicated questions on the accounting standards, you have to also be mindful of evaluation of the financial statement. Not only your ability to be able to calculate the various ratios, but also you should be able to know how to interpret those ratios. So if you are doing common size analysis, you need to understand how we go through that. If you are going to be preparing budget variance analysis, you should be able to know how to do it. If you are going to go with a ratio analysis, you must know how to calculate those ratios and how to interpret the ratios generally at the end of the day. But let me say that one key topic that you need to know about to increase the chances of passing the public sector examination is going to be revenue management and expenditure control. This topic is very crucial because it sets the tone for how you will know to recognize revenues and how the revenues are going to be treated in accordance with the IPSAS, to recognize expenses and how these expenses will be treated in accordance with the IPSAS. But most importantly, that also helps us to analyze the financial statement later on when we are dealing with the analysis of the financial statement. And you need to position yourself to understand the IPSAS, just like how you position yourself to understand the accounting standards in financial reporting if you want to really pass the examination.